Welcome to the John Sue and Michael Rosmer's video Battleathon inspired by Gary Vaynerchuk. Today, all those people who are thinking about doing something or looking for the perfect or right time. Have you ever tried doing that? Waiting for the perfect and right time, and all that happens is you end up getting more scared or the anxiety builds up. Right? It could be something such as quitting that job or breaking up on that relationship or changing careers, whatever it may be. You're always waiting for the right time, and it's the right time to do something bad. You probably realize the right time, there's never the right time to drop bad news. There is a right time to drop good news, because who doesn't want to hear good news? But in terms of bad news, there's never a good time to drop bad news. And what I realized is the longer you wait, the worse it gets. And the more stress you get from it, because you're always thinking about it, and it just starts to snowball in your mind. So what I found works really well, with dropping the bad news, is you got to be clear on how you feel about the bad news first. You know when you're feeling really messed up and your emotions are just going everywhere? Well, that's very chaotic, and often in moments of chaos, we're held captive. People who are overloaded by their emotions usually do nothing, or they lash out and go crazy. But most of the time, we usually don't lash out. We end up holding ourselves prisoner because we're feeling all of these emotions that we don't even know. And what I realized is, when I gotta break bad news or I gotta do something bad that I really don't want to do, the number one thing I figure out first is I figure out, what am I feeling? Like, what are the actual emotions? Am I feeling anxious? Am I feeling nervous? Am I feeling angry? Am I feeling hateful? I figure that out, because once you figure out how you're feeling, you can figure out, what's driving those emotions. What's making you feel like that? Right? I once heard before from a friend, Blair Dunkley. He says, if you don't know how you're feeling, you won't know what to do. But once you know how you're feeling, you will know what to do. So I always figure out how I'm feeling, and when I guess get in touch with myself and get clear on how I'm feeling, it calms itself down. That's like a self-calming process. You're just clear on how you're feeling. You're feeling like shit, and you know it, and you know what's causing that. You know what? You don't feel perfectly good or fine, but you feel a sense of, the calm in the storm in the eye. So take number one step. Find out how you feel. And once, take the book, write all those emotions down. Angry, sad, pissed off, whatever it may be. And then go through those emotions one by one. Say, what's making me feel angry? And whatever images, voices, or whatever thoughts come up, write them all down. Just write them all down until inside you just feel like, I got it all out. And do that for each emotion. And the weird thing here is this. Once you've done that, you may or may not have found the answer. But one thing I guarantee you will happen is you'll feel more calm, more balanced, and more centered to actually do something, to move forward. Because when your emotions are overloading you, you're trapped. It's like that ball and gag, the S&M of emotions, right? Hold you captive. You can't do anything. But once you get clear on your emotions, bam, you create the right emotional state to move forward, to deal with that, to create that right time. That's what creates the right time, is when you're clear on your emotions and you prepare yourself to deliver the bad news. And, I've done this thing many, many times for the absolute worst stuff, from, bad investments or breaking up with relationships. The timing was terrible, but I just got it out, and yeah, it just helped me become more comfortable with facing negativity, but also beyond that, delivering negative news. Because, when you're doing stuff, the more that you do, the more bad news you got to deliver. the more opportunities you have for delivering bad news. So this is John Su and Michael Rosmer's Video Battlethon. I'm back in action. Yeah, it took a little hiatus because I had other things from work preoccupying my time, but I'm getting back into it and quite enjoying it again.